All right, time to use the yellow label slo-zap thick CA here.
Yeah. So this is the thickest of the bottled glues. It's just a titch below our gel. It's about the thickness of what I would say like an over-the-counter maple syrup, like your log cabins and things like that.
Yeah, we can see a little bit of that, JT. We got that. So we got a. It's not going to wick down into my work here. Shouldn't anyway if I distribute it right. But that's going to be pretty easy because you got this really nice tip here, and I can see the CA running through that tip. So I know right when it's going to hit my piece, and I know right where it's going to hit my piece.
Well, why don't you explain what we're doing real quick?
Yeah, that's right. We got a guitar nut here, and what I need to do is fill this slot here. The bottom of this slot is too low, resulting in the string of the guitar riding too close to the fretboard, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is, I've got a little prepped piece of bone here, and I've got a rounded top side here, which is actually going to be the bottom side when I flip it over and drop it in the slot like that.
So which one are we working on?
We're going to work on the E string here.
On that one there, okay.
Yeah, we're working on the E string. And I'm going to hold it in there after distributing just a drop of the slo-zap here. And there we can see that CA coming through the tube, which I much enjoy. That be plenty right there.
And that's just one drop again.
One drop, man. All right, so we're going to drop this in here, and I've got the Zap kicker. I'm not going to spray here, so I've loosened the lid, and that doubles as a dropper, which is an excellent thing. I'm going to use it as a dropper in just 1 second here. I got that in there.
And you're making sure that the filler piece is level with the nut, because once you touch the accelerator, once that accelerator comes in contact with the glue, that's it. It cures it instantly, and there is no resetting it one way or another. You don't get a second chance. You would have to file it out and start over.
That's correct. Yeah, so we got her in there.
Can you show us how you drop that kicker on there? I totally couldn't see it. I want everyone to see what you did there.
Take out. I'm going to drop some on the vise here just so I don't put more on the piece. Contact. Done. There it is.
And that locks down your CA.
And that, yeah, as you said, instant, yeah.
And what that does is that doesn't have a lot of overspray. So with the either our pump or our aerosol options that we have both two ways of dispersing this. Really, you are going to get some overspray. So this is a great way of just controlling all that overspray.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. We're just going to drop it on because this is we don't want to get any on the fingerboard. Don't need to get any in the nut or in the truss rod hole or anywhere else. We just want it in the slot. So we just drill one little drop there. And now we're going to file that out.
And the filing is essentially you're just cutting the excess bone that you have sitting
That's
up
right.
above the
Yes,
nut.
sir. Yeah. Just about there. You get a clean thread there. Maybe come through the other side a little bit.
And it's okay to take your time with this. Like you're not always in a rush. Wanting to make sure that the fill holds nicely and you get a nice clean cut here.
Exactly, yeah. So we've got that pretty near flush. And we're going to flush it off with a still leaving it a little bit proud because I don't necessarily want to file the top of my nut there. So there we have it. You can see we've essentially eliminated that slot, and it would then be ready to recut to accept the E string of the guitar. And now I'll be able to cut that slot any way I want. So I'm cutting into bone, and that would be another wonderful application, this time using the thick CA.
Which is our slo-zap right
The
here.
slo-zap, yellow label, yeah. So
Using the Z end, or that's the tip that does come with the bottle.
yeah, right on, man. So that's a lovely, lovely application right there for the slo-zap.
All right, thank you.
All right, my pleasure. Yeah.